and Management and the Graduate School of Management. In a few moments, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of staff will enter first. After a brief pause, the university fanfares will announce the entry of the dais party. I will signal to you that you are to rise and remain standing until both the staff procession and the dais party are seated. Please do not stand until I ask you to. May I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited in this auditorium. For the mutual comfort and enjoyment of all members of the audience, the university requests your cooperation in observing this rule.
Mr. Rodney Wiley, OBE, Professor Roy Webb, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. It is customary for the University from time to time to gather as a body with its guests for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. On behalf of Mr. John McCrossan, AC, Chancellor of Griffith University, I am pleased to welcome everyone present this afternoon and to thank you for joining us on this very special occasion. Graduation ceremonies are part of the rich tradition of universities worldwide. They are a public acknowledgement of the achievements of graduating students and an opportunity for family, friends and peers to join in the celebration of those achievements. Our graduands will shortly come forward to be individually acknowledged and to receive their testimonies. We will share their pride and congratulate each of them on their achievement. This afternoon also, we extend a special welcome to Mr. Rodney Wiley, OBE. The University will bestow its honorary degree of Doctor of the University on Mr. Wiley in recognition of his significant contributions to business and the community. We are delighted that Mr. Wiley has been able to join us this afternoon, and we shall look forward to hearing his address later in the proceedings. Many of you may not be aware that Griffith is now the 8th largest university in Australia in terms of funded student load. We are a multi-campus institution with 6 campuses in Brisbane, in the Brisbane Gold Coast corridor, and with more than 21,500 students enrolled in an impressive array of undergraduate and postgraduate courses. Demand for university places in southeast Queensland has increased, in contrast to the declining demand in other states. Over the past 4 years, Griffith and the other universities in Queensland have actively lobbied the federal and state governments for additional student places to meet this demand. Our efforts have resulted in over 3,000 new undergraduate places being awarded to Griffith for the period 1995 to 1999. 60% of these places have been allocated to the university's Gold Coast campus and the remainder to our new campus at Logan. We are pleased with this outcome, but we will continue to argue the case for additional places to ensure that the community we serve has the best possible access to tertiary education. The demands of teaching and research in a multi-site institution with staff and students accommodated at campuses located along a 70-kilometre corridor are complex. On the 1st of July last year, the university adopted a new academic and administrative structure designed to better manage the related activities of our multi-campus operations. New faculties and schools which transcend campus boundaries have been established to foster academic coherence in teaching and research and provide a greater range of academic opportunities for students at all campuses. The new structure is supported by a microwave link connecting the university's Nathan, Mount Gravatt, Logan and Gold Coast campuses. This telecommunications backbone provides high-speed transmission of image, sound and data between the campuses and provides a great degree of flexibility in the delivery and access of information for teaching, research and administrative purposes. The university's new campus at Logan, which admitted students in February of this year, has been designed around learning centres. All subjects offered at the Logan campus have been developed in flexible delivery modes, which permit students to access course material through a variety of options, including interactive multimedia via the internet. The university will use the Logan campus as the exemplar for the introduction of flexible learning opportunities for students on all campuses over the coming years. Our multimedia distance learning network has been nominated for a Computer World Smithsonian Award, which identifies and honours the visionary use of information technology to produce positive social, economic and educational change. Griffith's entry for the award is a case study on the communications network which links our 6 campuses. This case study will remain part of the permanent reference collection at the Smithsonian Institute. Our students graduating tonight are from the Faculty of Commerce and Management and the Graduate School of Management. The Faculty and the Graduate School of Management have recorded a number of significant successes in the past year. The Faculty of Commerce and Management is offering 3 undergraduate courses at the Logan campus. Demand for these courses, the Bachelor of Business Management, the Bachelor of Business Communication and the Bachelor of Business and Enterprise Management, has been strong, and we shall follow the progress of the first cohort of students with great interest. This afternoon, the first cohort of students to complete the Master of Commerce in Accounting and Finance and the Graduate Certificate in Employment Law will receive their testimonies. I'm sure you join me in wishing these students all the best for their future career in these specialties. In October last year, the university signed a deed of affiliation between Griffith and the Christchurch College of Education in New Zealand. The deed established links for teaching, research and staff and student exchange between the two institutions. Planning for the delivery of a Bachelor of Commerce course to students at Christchurch College of Education is well advanced. Dr. Michelle Barker, Head of the School of Organisational Behaviour and Human Resource Management, and her colleagues Mr. Paul McCarthy and Mr. Michael Sheehan were awarded a Certificate of Merit by the Office of the Premier for their research into bullying in the Australian workplace. Their research into organisational cultures which sanctions bullying has highlighted the need for legislative change to curtail the incidence of bullying in the workplace. Last year, Ms. Sally Carney, a final year Bachelor of Commerce student, and Mr. Jeremy Ning, a recent graduate, were awarded 1-year cadetships with the Reserve Bank. This was the first time that 2 students from the same university had been awarded cadetships in the same selection round. These prestigious cadetships attract applicants from across Australia, and this is an excellent result for Griffith. Following the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding in October last year, the Graduate School of Management will offer the Master of Business Administration in Indonesia. The course will be delivered through the Universitas Pelita Harapan in Tangerang. The Graduate School of Management, in conjunction with the Alumni Association, has also hosted a number of highly successful functions in Brisbane and at the Gold Coast designed to bring together current students, recent graduates and members of the business community. It is appropriate to mention also that Griffiths is the first Australian university to join the Pacific Rim Consortium for International Business Education. The consortium membership is drawn from 27 elite universities from 11 countries to further develop international business education excellence. Staff and students will benefit from opportunities for exchanges between member institutions. Let me return now to the focus of our gathering this afternoon. We have gathered to give rightful recognition to you, our students who have completed your course of study and who will shortly receive your awards. All of you have demonstrated a command of the knowledge and skills necessary for your chosen fields of endeavour, as well as a willingness to persist with the level of discipline needed for high achievement in any field. Together, these qualities provide an excellent foundation for establishing a successful career. You are entering a competitive world with a growing global focus. In particular in Australia, we need to make our way in what will be an increasingly competitive Asia-Pacific region. I encourage you to use your tertiary education as a sound base on which to build your career, recognising that in many ways you are now embarking on a lifelong learning experience. As we continue with this afternoon's proceedings, I again express warm congratulations to each of our graduates and wish them every success in the future. Thank you. I now call on Professor Dennis Lincoln, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, to introduce the Deans who will present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, Professor Peter Brosnan, Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who've been granted the Bachelor of Commerce. Tracy Arclay. Barbara Arnold. Alexandra Ashdown. John Barrett. Raymond Barrett. Marnie Beckett. Michael Bell. Stephen Busius. Sue Bowen. Dorothy Boys. Danielle Bradbury. Mark Brimble. Maxine Brown. Elizabeth Buchanan. Jackie Burns. Michelle Burrows. Joanne Butler. Simon Carlisle. Sally Carney. Natalie Carrison. Troy Kassar. Joseph Castellano. Janet Chan. Jonathan Chan. Tanya Chan. Atish Chand. Jack Charalumbus. Kathy Chung. Melanie Chung. Ni Cham. Teresa Chin. Anne-Marie Christensen. Lynn Clark. Jerry Cleary. Janelle Clement. Chris Corlett. Alana Corrigan. Brooke Davis. Natalie Dawes. Donna Dawes Hayes. Sharon Dennison. Milvio Di Bartholomew. Adina Danu. Lisa Donovan. Kiri-Ann Dudgeon. Catherine Dyson. James Andre. Vanessa Evans. Wendy Feeney. Lara Filatoff. Meryl Finney. Michelle Fu. Suzanne Foote. Nicole Ford. Graham Fox. Nicole Francis. Maria Freeman. Daniel Friend. Joanne Galia. Dale Gartshaw. Deanna Gavranich. Kevin Gezard. Heath Goldfinch. Tracy Gore. Michael Grantham. David Grunwald. Namali Tasari Hungmin Kubono. Amanda Hansen. Jason Hansen. Sandra Hartas. Jamie Harwood. Naomi Hedges. Ina Heinrich. Aloysius Hung. Ben Hillier. Dean Hintz. Brent Hoffman. Paul Holton. Chin Hao Hu. Russell Hornsby. Cosmo Howard. Sandy Huang. Sally Irwin. Glenn Jensen. Melissa Jesdick. Daniel Jochimson. Christopher Jones. Richard Jones. Errol Jopik. Brad Camming. Donna Canafani. Robert Kilbride. Michael King. Dione Cone. Gary Krishna. Michael Cruck. David Laurie. Maria LePage. Derek Lewis. Wendy Lee. Alan Lim. Wesley Lynn. James Mackay. Mark Mackay. Stephen Manning. Matthew Mass. Rachel Mathers. Kelly Matthews. Joelle McCallum. Alan McCann. Lester McCann. Rebecca McCahan. Scott McIsaac. Lachlan Meager. Craig Melser. Christian Milic Zumberski. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the next graduate has also been awarded the Commerce Medal for 1997 for outstanding academic achievement. Andrea Millard. Stuart Mitchell. Greg Moran. Stephen Mordew. Sylvie Moser Savage. Valerie Muir. Rebecca Mullins. Peter Neller. Tim Nguyen Hui. Colin O'Neill. Megan O'Neill. Francis Oakes. Helen Oakes. Hardy Way. Scott Pample. Bill Papamarkos. Vicky Pascoe. Taruna Patel. Adam Peel. Richard Pegg. Beverly Pereira. Sarah Fysick. Morella Pinchbeck. Jason Poe. Craig Pollard. Annika Pragai. Kelly Quince. Bernard Quinlan. Andrew Redenbach. Christina Riley. Graham Riddell. Michelle Robbie. Tony Rolls. Cindy Rose. Kerry-Ann Ross. Angela Shawoski. Lina Satadi. Angela Smith. Bradley Smith. Gary Smith. Cecilia Smoothie. Aaron Snell. Kylie Solomon. Julia Spear. Camilo Spoto. Kim Stevenson. Vanessa Stewart. Sandra Tarsitano. Rodney Terrell. Trent Thomas. Megan Thompson. Benjamin Teehee. Sandra Tommy. Damien Tucker. Andrew Turkington. Pavi Uccino. Ingrid van der Woode. Damien Vassallo. Lena Villamil. Russell Vincent. Richard Vorst. Brett Walker. Rachel Waters. Matthew Weir. Alan Wells. Katie Ann Wesling. Andrew Williams. Laura Williams. John Williamson. Kenneth Wong. David Wood. Craig Wright. Christina Wu. Eileen Yap. Bernard Yong. Linda Young. Zoe Zhang. Emma Zubakin. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Commerce with First Class Honours. Marie-Louise Fry. Colette Martin. Debbie Schlinker. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Commerce with Second Class Honours, Division A. Dominic Lahulia. Glenn Tompkinson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Commerce in Banking, Finance and Risk Management. Hamish Baird. Andrew Bell. Kelvin Koo. Sandy Lee. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the next graduate has also been awarded the Banking, Finance and Risk Management Medal for 1997 for outstanding academic achievement. Edward O'Kane. Scott Wheel. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Commerce and Retailing Management. Susan Chapman. Brad Clement. Chris Connors. Elizabeth Crosby. Craig Inman. Arvin Quizon. Michael Sharp. Jared Young. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who've been granted the Bachelor of Commerce and the Bachelor of Science. Paula Kenning. Bin Nguyen. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who've been granted the Graduate Certificate in Employment Law. Peter Ball. Leo Bettini. Stephen Byrne. Philip Charlton. Kevin Chase. Brad Freeman. Dorothy Howard. Cole Miller. Lynette Vanderstoep. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Business Computing and Information Systems. Babu Bukhali. Srinivas Katanidi. Kanwadeep Singh. Stephanie Suryanata. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations. Alan Baker. Pam Buckley. Catriona Coase. Tammy Meckler. Dorothy McGemby. Rebecca Hamill. Kim Stevens. Christine Watt. Tammy Meckler. Scott West. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Commerce in Accounting and Finance. Peter Goldsworthy. John Pang. Teaching Tan. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Human Resource Management, Andrea Webb. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Information Systems, Jack Chan. Xin Chung. Fonghan Chung. Vasu Devi-Reddy. Zuhan Ghani. Srikanth Kanchanpali Srinini. Dasharati Karinchedu. Patarin Mathong. Benson Yin. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Marketing Management, Thanawat Chaisawat. Henry Chung. Henny Gandawati. Myra Law. Jeffrey Lim. Mungchi Sai. Jeannie Yip. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Commerce and Management.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, Professor Greg Bamber, Director of the Graduate School of Management.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Business Administration, the MBA. Matthew Andrew. Aloka Bandara. Sharon Bignall. Ning Chen. Denny Chen. Srinivas Chende. Suganya Chotigaztid. Peter Harbour. Bonnie Huang. Philip Jewell. Tony Johnson. Franklin Kire. July Kong. Hui Hien. Tony Lowe. Jason Lowe. Tim McElwain. Narafon Nawarasawet. Ronald Ryan. Chipto Wonowi Yo-Yo. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who've been granted the Master of Business Administration with distinction. Mark Cranny. Ron Ench. Jason Gregory. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Graduate School of Management. Sir Leo, Professor Dennis Lincoln, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, will now present a candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy.
Today, the University is proud to honour a Doctor of Philosophy graduate who has satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Kerry Ann Brown has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Commerce and Management. Dr. Brown studied the effects of new management practices on state public sector equal employment opportunity programs. By comparing equal employment opportunity in 3 state public sectors, Dr. Brown found that crucial variables for successful equal opportunity employment opportunity performance were supportive agency directors, a combination of top-down and bottom-up policy implementation strategies, development of equal employment opportunity networks and initiatives, and an appropriate organisational structure. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Kerry Ann Brown. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by the Griffith University Collegiate Singers.
Read the words of the dying. O brethren, which they utter as they go hence. I am parted from my brethren. O my friends, do I abandon and go hence? But whither I go, that understand I not. Neither what shall become of me yonder. Only God who hath summoned me knoweth, but make commemoration of me with the song. Alleluia, alleluia,
But whither now go the souls? How dwell they now together there? This mystery have I desired to learn, but none can impart aright. Do they call to mind their own people as we do them? Or have they forgotten all those who mourn them and make the song? Alleluia, alleluia, we go forth on the path eternal, and as condemned, with downcast faces present ourselves before the only God eternal. Where there is comeliness, where there is wealth, where there is the glory of this world, there shall none of these things aid us, but only to say of the psalm. Alleluia, alleluia, If thou hast shown mercy unto man, O man, that same mercy shall be shown thee there. And if on an orphan thou hast shown compassion, the same shall there deliver thee from want. If in this life the naked thou hast clothed, the same shall give thee shelter there, and sing a song. Alleluia, alleluia, Youth and the beauty of the body
see are we inflamed if we but hear that there is light eternal yonder, that there is paradise wherein every soul of righteous ones rejoiceth. Let us all also enter into Christ, that all we may cry aloud thus unto God. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia,
Now is the month of May, when merry lads are playing. Fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la. Now is the month of May, when merry lads are playing. Fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la. Each with his body rests upon the greeny grass. Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Each with his body rests upon the greeny grass. La-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Spring caroling gladness, of love, winter sadness, fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la. The spring caroling gladness, of love, winter sadness, fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la. And to the bagpipe sound, the nymphs tread on the ground, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. And to the bagpipe sound, the nymphs tread on the ground, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I in my seat refusing, you sweet life refusing, fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la. I in my seat refusing, you sweet life refusing, fa-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la. Say, ding-ding-ding, speak, shall we play ball and break, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Say, ding-ding-ding, speak, shall we play ball and break, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
With the authority of the Council, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, to make this presentation.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Rodney Wiley, OBE. Rodney Malcolm Wiley was born in Brisbane in 1928. He graduated from the University of Queensland with a Bachelor of Commerce in 1948 and a Bachelor of Arts in 1950. Rod Wiley's long and successful career in the accountancy profession began when he joined Malcolm Wiley and Company, a firm of chartered accountants practising in Brisbane in 1948. He later became a partner in the Brisbane firm of Inglis, Lavery, Wiley and Co., one of the founding firms which merged into Pete Marwick Mitchell and Company in 1963. Rod Wiley was appointed Senior Partner of the Queensland practice of Pete Marwick in 1971 and Deputy Chairman of the National Executive in 1978. Rod Wiley's professional work involved a wide range of responsibilities, including audit partner for a variety of public company groups, various state government appointments, corporate advice, work as an expert witness in valuation cases, private business advisory services, and administration and development of the Pete Marwick practice. Since his retirement from the firm in 1984, Rod Wiley has made significant contributions to the business community through his work as a professional company director. He is currently chairman of QUF Industries Limited, deputy chairman of Leighton Holdings Limited, and chairman of Thies Contractors Proprietary Limited. He is director of AMP Limited and Queensland Alumina Limited, and non-executive chair of the Queensland Competition Authority. In these roles, Rod Wiley has been honoured by his peers for the high standards he has upheld and for his dedication to the promotion of excellence, enterprise and integrity in business matters. Through his professional associations, Rod Wiley has been instrumental in implementing a large number of reforms to the accounting profession. He has served as chairman and member of the Queensland State Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Australia, and a state chair and councillor of the Institute of Directors in Australia. As chairman of the Australian Institute of Chartered Accountants and member of the National Council of the Institute, he has served on several of the Institute's committees. In particular, he has made valuable contributions through his membership of the Research Committee at a time when it produced the first Australian exposure drafts in accounting standards. His personal involvement included drafting of one of the early standards. And through his membership of the Education Committee at the time the professional year concept was introduced, and through his membership of the National Disciplinary Committee from 1972 to 1983, including chairing that committee from 81 to 83. In the area of education, he has served as a member of the Business Studies Course Assessment Committee for the Queensland Board of Advanced Education, which assessed the suitability for degree study of courses conducted by Queensland Colleges of Advanced Education in the business studies area. As well as his corporate involvement, Rod Wiley has been an active leader in the community. His distinguished service to the community has covered a wide range of activities, including Charter President of the Rotary Club of Brisbane Mid-City, Member and Chairman of the Brisbane Cricket Ground Trust, Member and Chairman of the Salvation Army's Red Shield Appeal, Trustee of the Queensland Spastic Welfare League, and President of the Institute of Public Affairs for Queensland. He is currently Chairman of the Special Capital Fundraising Appeal for the Queensland Institute of Medical Research and Trustee for the Leukaemia Foundation. Mr. Wiley's outstanding achievements in the business community have been recognised by a number of honours and awards. He was made an Officer of the Order of the British Empire for services to accountancy and the community in 1988. He received the Award for Distinction from the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Australia in 1990 and was awarded the Gold Medal for Distinguished Service by the Queensland branch of the Australian Institute of Company Directors in 1995. It is especially fitting that the Council of Griffith University should honour Rod Wiley in recognition of his distinguished contributions to business and the community. Acting Deputy Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present Rodney Malcolm Wiley for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
I now call upon Rodney Wiley, OBE, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
Acting Deputy Chancellor Salio Hilscher, Vice Chancellor Professor Roy Webb, staff and graduates of Griffith University, distinguished guests ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I wish to thank the University and its Council for the very great honour which has been extended to me today. For a person who has always regarded Australia's universities as objective, distinguished leaders of our community in the critical areas of scholarship and education, to receive the award of Doctor of the University is a very significant occasion indeed. By sheer coincidence, it is almost exactly 50 years since I graduated with my own first degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Over that period, the nature of Australian universities has changed dramatically in number and size, in disciplines and course structures, in subject material and manners of information transfer, not omitting that little subject of funding. Quite simply, these massive changes, which have placed great pressures on university councils and leadership and staff, have really only reflected the equally dramatic changes over the same time in the world in which we live. There have been immense alterations in virtually all material aspects of our way of life in the last 50 years, in knowledge, technology, communications, health. I could go on and on. In this environment, only those organisations which have accommodated successfully to those changes have remained viable, or to put it rather more bluntly, have survived. But the groups which flourished and prospered have been those which either foresaw the changes and results of change, whether or not they were the creators of them, and moved to ensure that their activities were relevant to the purpose or market which they served or elected to serve. In these very brief remarks today, my observations must be focused. So, looking at the current business environment, which you, the new graduates and awardees of higher degrees are facing, what are the most significant implications of those changes? One of the major developments, and Leo beat me to this a little earlier in this afternoon's ceremony, but one of the major developments has been the way in which the past barriers to worldwide communications and movement have been reduced so drastically. We now live in a world where communication can be both instant and effective across the world or into remote areas, where movement of goods and people is generally not difficult except for local problems, and where the barriers of distance and language have largely been overcome. The scene has changed. For most of the world it is only one world, and the insulation which this country's business activities enjoyed for very many years through its isolation has been swept away. Global competition is a fact in whatever activity you choose to be engaged in, and that reality inevitably will shape your world both in the macro-structural sense and in the areas of your personal skill. This new reality means, as a nation, particularly a trading nation like Australia, but I think for all nations, as organisations and as individuals, we must be efficient and cost competitive. But equally, it means there is a world out there with far greater scope and opportunities and potential rewards. The standards of living and the levels of employment to which we aspire individually and collectively will directly relate to how well, at both macro and micro levels, we accept this reality and respond positively to it. Under this heading, I make quick reference to the often referred to Asian opportunities. This elimination of barriers which has affected Australia has had an impact in all the different countries, communities, cultures, describe them as you will, in that geographic area. The populations there are as eager as we are to improve their living standards to what they have seen elsewhere, and this represents great opportunities to nations like ours, and in fact to all the other nations in the region, who may be able to offer products, commodities and skills which will help them to do this. Recent problems in that area are no more, in my view, than temporary corrections of aspects which ran out of balance in their surge forward, but which will not in the long run be seen as more than corrections in the steady improvement of local living standards. Remember, however, the opportunity is not ours or other countries in the region simply because we're closer to the area than many other parts of the world. It will only be an opportunity for us if we focus on the needs and equally on the people of each area and offer responses in a competitive and acceptable way. We want all those people as customers, but they don't necessarily need us as those suppliers. The next major change I have chosen to emphasise is the constantly advancing world of technology. With more time, I could offer a multitude of examples, but you are certainly all well aware of the extent of computer and IT applications and their continuing expansion. The functions of processing and recording of data, controlling of activities, etc., are now done more correctly and quickly and without the personal labour which in previous generations provided both employment and, I hate to say, mistakes and delays. In other respects, capital equipment is continually and increasingly more productive. We have witnessed, and we are currently witnessing, a technological revolution which in its consequences is as significant as the agrarian and industrial revolutions were in their day. We must seize its opportunities while managing its impact, particularly for those who are disadvantaged by it, and it would be just foolishness to try to hold that back. The global competition I mentioned earlier will disadvantage us even more if we try to be 20th century Luddites. I am confident, and I've long had this confidence, that Homo sapiens, man himself, will come through this with the population redeployed in the employment structure. But as a community, we must, at the same time as we grasp the opportunities to do things more cost competitively, make sure that those disadvantaged in the transition are carried safely through to the new world of different work patterns and lifestyles. But again, I emphasise, there are hosts of new opportunities in these new developments, and the number of major individual successes through people being able to take advantage of the new technology is manifold, and you will observe many of those yourself already. The third change that comes to mind relates to community values. A better educated, better informed population now demands that the business world should respect and be accountable in regard to a far wider range of community values. Requirements, more stringent requirements, now apply for environmental matters, for workplace health and safety, for product reliability and safety, for consumer protection and anti-competitive behaviour, for anti-discrimination and equal opportunity for individuals. In the business area, all these issues now have to be taken into account. Management has many more tasks with more responsibility demanded of it. But equally, there are new and substantial opportunities for the modern generation through the application of specialist management, advisory and regulatory skills in all these areas. One other quick comment which is relevant should be mentioned. Increasingly, we are seeing larger organisations emerging so that the personal skills of teamwork and cooperation, leadership and motivation, and communication with a better educated, better informed workforce are of real value. Personal skills and their development and wise use are clearly of increased relevance to this generation. So into this world, changed and ever-changing, you will be going with your new qualifications. And the very first thing to say to you, and to all those who've supported you in the years while you've been acquiring your degrees and awards, is to offer my sincere congratulations, and I hope you have a great celebration. This occasion today is not, of course, when you suddenly acquired all this knowledge and skill, but rather it's like a landmark on a long journey, a place where you pause and look back at the many long days and months and semesters and even years, when by your study, at your lectures and seminars, in carrying out your assignments and passing your examinations, you have traversed that long and arduous route to your new award and enjoy that great feeling of success at its achievement. The award you now hold is an acknowledgement of what you have achieved throughout your course, of the intelligence and ability to master your subjects, of your understanding of the core fundamentals of your chosen discipline, of the self-discipline to follow through the course requirements, and of your ability to satisfy the examination system. As time passes, however, that technical knowledge, even enriched and augmented by practical experience, will be less relevant as laws and regulations change and as new knowledge and new data surely emerge. Your technical and professional knowledge must therefore be continually updated if it is to remain relevant into the future. I urge you to consciously adopt a continuing education strategy and to adhere to it. Seminars, reading, refresher and further courses, possibly here at Griffith at your home university, all will have their place, and I do particularly encourage involvement with your professional and industry colleagues through active participation in the industry and professional organisations. It is most rewarding, and it really is the way in which you do keep abreast and keep advancing your knowledge up at the forefront of your respective professions. Equally, but possibly even more important, however, is that you should always maintain those other attributes of a university education. Instead of career-long updating of knowledge, they rather require the conscious recognition now to be followed by consistent application throughout your careers. For a university education can and should confer on you far more than technical knowledge. For a start, it should have made you aware of broader horizons, broader issues, broader ways of considering subjects and problems. Beyond that, you should have learned objectivity of judgment, ensuring that your conclusion fits the facts rather than trying to make the facts fit a predetermined conclusion, and also that matters should be researched fully and not closed down for unjustifiable reasons before the valid conclusion, maybe one you weren't hoping for, has emerged. You should have learned that accuracy and reliability are valuable in themselves, including acknowledgement of third-party sources and contributions, so that your own long-term reputation for integrity will be established rather than claiming an immediate success or publicity. There are other lessons too to have been observed from your courses, and I hope you'll think about it. The value of effective planning and preparation and communication. And in many cases, great lessons if you examine carefully the things that did not go as well as they should have and remember the lessons from them. I've found personally that one remembers clearly and learns lessons with a great deal more certainty from your mishaps and failures. And if you think objectively about them, you can start learning right now. Altogether then, though, this time as adults in the tertiary environment should in all these ways equip you to go forward as well-rounded university graduates with full and proper preparation for your further careers. I have chosen to conclude with these observations about personal attributes because while assuming your core technical competency, these will be the features that will allow you to develop to your full potential in whatever specialist field your award leads you to. The Commerce and Management Awards relate to skill and specialties which may take you into a wide range of industries or government, or virtually every segment of organised community life. From there, you should, I believe, look back at Griffith with pride. It holds a proud place in Australian universities. It always takes a strong organisation to develop its own strong, identifiable place, when at the time it started, other universities were already so long and well established. And the Acting Deputy Chancellor gave a very clear view earlier this afternoon of the strong place that Griffith has established. In first structuring its schools and subjects towards the interdisciplinary needs of the real world, and in emphasising current concerns in its subjects, Griffith showed its professionalism and relevance to the community. It has gone on to build a reputation in special areas, as well as more traditional courses, and it has achieved contact with the local community at relevant levels to assure its material and thinking is practically oriented. Overall, I'm sure you agree with me that Griffith has earned a place in both our community and in the education field, where as graduates you can state proudly that your degree is from Griffith. But I do remind you that you're only entitled to be proud of your university so long as it can be proud of you as one of its graduates. That, I suggest, depends on your adherence to and application of the matters I have mentioned: maintaining your technical knowledge, maintaining a university graduate's breadth of outlook and academic objectivity and integrity, and developing the personal skills which life either in large organisations or specialist niche businesses demands. I have addressed my remarks this afternoon particularly to the graduates. It is their day. There are a lot of other subjects that we've brushed past that could have been worthy of discussion, but it is the graduates' day, and I've ended up concentrating on the personal attributes because you will find in the long run they don't change, and they're terribly important. At the end of the day, it's things like integrity and loyalty and reliability and dependability and ability, again, in teamwork as a group that will carry you forward in this fast-moving world we live in. So with those attributes, the world of work which now awaits you is difficult and challenging, but in every respect it's equally a place of many opportunities. It is a place for which you've completed your preliminary preparation, or in the case of the higher degrees that we honoured today, a further step along the route. I repeat then at this time, congratulations and to you and your supporters, and good luck in whatever segment you choose or have chosen to make your career. Thank you very much.
Acting Deputy Chancellor. Acting Deputy Chancellor, our new Doctor of the University, Rodney Wiley, has given our graduates and indeed all of us this afternoon a great deal to think about. After an excursion through the areas of massive change, communications, technology generally, in which we're all exhorted not to be 20th century or, in the case of many present here, 21st century Luddites, the revolution in community values that's come to us in the area of environment, workplace, health and safety matters, consumer protection. After dealing with these matters, our speaker drew attention to something which is of great importance to Griffith graduates, because we actually can claim with a lot of objectivity, a quality commended by Mr. Wiley, a lot of objectivity in research, that our university preparation serves our graduates well. I refer to the distinction between the applicable skills, which we certainly believe you have acquired, otherwise you wouldn't be here, but equally important, if not more important, the preparation for lifelong learning through the acquisition of deeper skills relating to a capacity to see broader horizons, to look across disciplines, to achieve objectivity of judgment, to develop analytical skills. These are matters where research indicates that Griffith graduates are indeed found to be excellent by employers, and we're proud to be associated with the distinctions that Mr. Wiley has drawn so well. He has commended our university for its start with interdisciplinary emphases, and now followed by many emphases on professional and practically oriented courses. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join with me again in thanking Mr. Wiley for his address? And may I take my customary opportunity to offer my congratulations to our graduates, to wish them every success in their careers, and to commend to them membership of the Alumni Association, as indeed Mr. Wiley has already done. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the fanfares begin, please rise and remain standing as the Deus Party, the staff procession and graduates retire.